Hey guys, Charlie from worshipguitarskills.com. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I thought I'd give you a run through of my meat and potatoes patch, or rather profile, that I use on the Kemper. That is probably one of the most frequently asked questions we get in the comments is what tone do I use? How do I get my tone? And if I can do a breakdown of that. So I figured today, let me go ahead and show you the patch that I'm using, or the profile rather, what all the different elements within this profile is. And then even if you want to pick up a copy of that yourself, I can tell you where you can go and get it. So maybe first things first is starting with the guitar. So obviously I've got a Paul Reed Smith here, which is a custom 22. And you've got the humbucker pickups. I believe these are Dragon pickups. We'll go ahead and put the exact pickups in the description. Now the guitar obviously is going to make a big difference in your tone. And there's so many different guitars out there, but I'm a big proponent of you got to play a guitar that you can really gel with, right? You don't want to play a guitar that when you pick it up, it doesn't quite feel like, you know, that you don't get along with it. So whether you're a Strat guy or a Tele guy, PRS guy, a Gretsch guy, or whatever the case may be, you got to be comfortable with your guitar. Now I've had this guitar for 20 years or something like that. So I kind of know it well. I love the wide fat neck on this, and I'm just, yeah, I'm really used to this guitar. That allows me to feel comfortable when I play. Now obviously after that, I'm just going straight into the Kemper. Recently I started using jet pedals in addition to the Kemper, but I thought let me just go back to kind of old school tone that we've had on the channel for so long, and I'll go ahead and break that down for you. Now this is going into a Matchless profile. This particular song, if you can see there, it says WGS Praises. Worship Guitar Skills, that's obviously the channel you're watching right now, but Praises, that is a song that Tone Junkie did a profile of. Now I bought all of their worship profiles, which is over 100 profiles, and this is the one that really stood out for me in terms of the tone and the delay and all of that kind of stuff. So if you've got a Kemper and you want to get the Praises patch, go to tonejunkie.com or tonejunkieStore.com, I believe. We'll put a link in the description and you can go ahead and check out this tone. Now that was a lot of talking. Let's quickly listen to what it sounds like. For me, that tone is awesome, and I can sit here and play riffs like that all day long. That's the kind of thing you're looking for when you dial up a tone with your gear. It's a tone that gels with you, that inspires you, that makes you excited to play the guitar. And that excitement and that attitude towards music and tone and just your whole craft, it's going to come through in what it sounds like. Going to help you to play with confidence. And I'll mention that real quick. The better your technique is when it comes to string muting, when it comes to striking the strings, when it comes to having precision and those kind of things, it's actually going to lead to better tone. Because that confidence, the way you strike the string, the way it's going to vibrate, the way the pickups are going to pick it up, the way you put everything together, that is one of the best things that you can do to improve your tone, is to improve your technique and to improve your overall worship guitar skills. From there onwards, everything else becomes so much easier. So now we know the patch. If you look at the amp right here, it says Match Spit, which is, I believe, a Matchless Spitfire. That is the amp that we are using right here on the amp, and you can see there Tone Junkie, so all credit goes to HW and the Sues and those guys from Tone Junkie making awesome patches. Now, as with all things, let me go ahead and just turn off everything, and then we can go ahead and show you how all these different things are stacking together. So I'm removing everything that is currently switched on here, and now we're going to hear the amp without any compression, without any boosts, distortion, shapers, delays or reverbs. So yeah, that is the sound of the amp by itself. Now Now the first thing that we have that we add to this whole tone is of course compression. When I have compression in the start of my signal chain, it just makes the amp work a little bit harder. So there's my compression added. No compression. If I play some lead lines with compression, you can see it just kind of tightens up the tone. The next thing that I kind of leave on by default is the boost. So without the boost, and if I add in the boost, you can just hear it drives the amp a little bit more. So on that boost pedal, if I hold that in, this is a pure booster. And what we've got there is like a 1.7 boost in the volume. Now there's also a distortion here, if I hold that, which is like a green scream. Of course, that's your tube screamer. And it's a 0.3 boost in the drive, 7.5 boost in the tone, the volume 1.5 boost, and the mix is at 60%. Without the drive, or the distortion rather, with the distortion, without the boost, with the boost. So that's meat and potatoes. It's the amp with compression. We added in distortion as well as a boost. For now, I'm just going to take the distortion out of the mix. Now, our next thing that we've got here is what's known as a soft shaper. So this has got a 1.0 drive boost, and we've got a 1.0 volume boost. So if I turn the shaper off like that, and I turn it back on, can you hear how it just brings in a bit of presence and a bit of clarity when you go ahead and use this shaper. So if I play some, and without it, with it, without it when I play a chord, with it when I play a chord, it brings in that presence, that brilliance, and that boost by, again, just shaping the tone a little bit and really driving the amp a little bit louder. And that really is it. Then I have two delays, which I'll switch on right now. And also a reverb. And that obviously adds in a lot of the wetness to the sound. So let's quickly look at that real quick. My first delay is a quad delay, right? Doesn't sound like much on its own. Right, it's a quad delay around 42.9% mix. And then I've got a quarter note and a dotted eighth note rhythm there with a 55% feedback and 100% reverse mix. That's why it sounds. If I take the reverse mix off, now you just get it as a standard delay. But with 100% reverse mix, it... Now on its own, that's a little bit too drastic. Now if I go and add in my second delay, which is a dual delay, that's what it sounds like with a dual delay. If I'm going to take off this reverse mix delay, quad delay, now it's only the dual delay. Put it back in. So this adds a bit of vibe to the sound. And let's turn both delays off and switch the reverb on, which in this case it's a natural reverb set to a 54.1% mix and a 8.79 second decay time with a 5.7 room size, 110 milliseconds pre-delay. without the reverb. With the reverb. With my quad delay with 100% reverse mix. And my dual delay. And that's my meat and potatoes overdriven tone for worship. I just see that I didn't have my 2 delays on there for that final sound. Here we go. A little bit more drive, or add in this distortion without it. Kind of hear the difference in the tone. So that is it. Nothing really to it. PRS into a Kemper with that profile, showing you the compression, the boost, the distortion, the shaper, the quad delay with the 100% reverse mix, and then also the dual delay and the reverb. So that is really all that we've got going on there. Hopefully that clears some things up for you. Some good news is we'll be doing some patches on the Helix as well as in the Kemper, which we'll go ahead and make available to our Worship Guitar Skills subscribers to help you guys out with tone. But please remember this, the best thing that you can do for your tone is to work on your technique. That's going to allow you to play with more confidence, and with the more confidence you play, the better you are going to sound. It's the same way like when you're speaking. If you're really excited about something, if you have a friend, they're excited about something, they want to sell you on it, they're gonna sound very different than when you are talking in front of a group of people about a topic you're not really sure about. Your voice is gonna sound totally different, but when you have that confidence, when you feel good about presenting your ideas, when you're excited about something, it's gonna sound good. And not only that, other people will sense that as well. So hopefully you enjoyed the breakdown of the tone, and that you'll heed the warning to work on your worship guitar skills to improve your tone. You gotta go ahead and improve your technique. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Much love, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.